Newspapers are DED dead. Newsletters are in. So for the next 100 days, I'm going to try to start a newsletter. Having a database of emails is the most valuable thing that a creator can have, because unlike subscribers and followers, you actually own that audience. And I'll pop up some examples here, but people can make an awful lot of money by having this database of emails. I don't have one, so I need one. And I'm literally starting from scratch here because I have no idea what I'm going to start this newsletter about. I do have some hacks up my sleeve though, and I'll document everything so you can learn them too.
This video is Sugar Daddy's story blocks, but more on them later.
Okay, so I've just written my 100-day goal here on this sheet of paper. I'm going to put it inside in the envelope, and we're going to see after 100 days if I achieved my goal or not. I was quite ambitious, so I'll need some things to go my way. The first step was to come up with an idea, so I developed a matrix to help me identify a white space in the market. I listed every umbrella topic I could think of and used a process of elimination to filter out markets that were clearly oversaturated. From there, I looked at areas I had expertise in and listed the potential problems people face in each of those areas. After a couple of hours, I found a market that ticked all of my 4 boxes for continuing. There was high demand and low supply. I knew I could deliver on it and I was interested in it. It solved a clear and definitive problem, and it was something that the world could pay me for. This is kind of my version of the Ikigai framework, but I've added an extra circle. So you could say I'm compensating. Okay, so many people want to start YouTube channels, and the first step of beginning any YouTube channel is coming up with an idea for the YouTube channel. But a controversial opinion that I have is that the idea for a YouTube channel is not something that will help you be successful. It's a prerequisite to being successful. You will not have a good YouTube channel or a successful YouTube channel if the idea of that YouTube channel is not good in the first place. And I spent some time looking at YouTube and Google Trends, and I found out that there is a lot of demand for people looking for YouTube channel ideas, but there are very little people actually supplying a solution or an answer to that question. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start a newsletter that sends people YouTube channel ideas. Let's go straight into how we can growth hack the shit out of this. You would think that because now we have an idea, we would spend some time crafting the newsletter design, what it looks like, and how we're going to deliver it. But that would be a silly idea because I have no clue whether this is going to work or not yet. So the next step is to prove that this newsletter concept is worth spending loads of time on. I have some previous experience with this. In my last business, we built up an email list of 2,000 people before we launched using lead magnets. In this case, our lead magnets were pieces of value we offered the user in exchange for their email address. Got all a man really needs: coffee and a poncho. So the idea here is that instead of saying to people, can I have your email address? You say instead, hey, I know you have this problem. We have the solution to your problem. Give me your email address and I will send you that solution. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. I've developed loads of tools to help aspiring YouTubers better understand how they can come up with channel ideas, how they can score them, how they can come up with channel avatars. And to access all of these, they need to give me their email address in exchange. And this is good for 2 reasons. Number 1, I now have their email address that I could potentially use for that newsletter. And number 2, I can also say after I send them the value, hey, as an added bonus, here are 5 YouTube channel ideas, and then get an idea of how many people click on that and view those YouTube channel ideas to get the appetite. Because if they're not going to check those ideas for free, then they're never going to subscribe to a newsletter. And the percentage of people who download those channel ideas is going to give us a really good indicator for the appetite for this kind of product. To do all of this in the funnels and the landing pages, I use a tool called ConvertKit. There's absolutely no code needed. It's all automated, so I don't actually need to send any emails myself. I have everything currently set up right now. So my plan over the next month is to use my YouTube channel, produce videos surrounding YouTube channel ideas, drive people to the downloads, and then get data telling me that people actually download my channel ideas spreadsheet. Now, it's pointless doing a test without defining success or failure. So for this test, success is going to be 100 people downloading the ideas spreadsheet. If they do that, that is enough for me to roll with this idea for a newsletter. If not, then I'm definitely not going to make my goal on time. So over the next 40 to 50 days, I posted as many videos as I could and the emails flooded in. And by using ConvertKit's tagging feature, I was able to see exactly how many people expressed their interest in our YouTube idea newsletter. On day 48, we completely blew past our number. So I ended up calling the newsletter White Space because it's all about finding a white space in the market. And I used Canva to design a logo that was, let's just say, completely original. I wrote up a sample edition, sent it to some smart people I know, and got some feedback where needed. And the last thing I needed to do was launch the bloody thing.
But before we get to the launch, I have to introduce today's sugar daddy, Storyblocks. Starting YouTube was one of the best decisions I ever made in my life, and a couple of years ago when I did start off, one of the first subscriptions that I bought was a Storyblocks subscription. I even talked about Storyblocks in another video that was completely unsponsored, so you can say I'm a fan, and it's why I am more than happy to be their sugar baby. Storyblocks offers unlimited downloads of just about any media you can think of. Storyblocks have over 1 million 4K HD footage, music, templates, sound effects, images, literally anything that you need. I've never gone to Storyblocks and not gotten what I wanted, and to be honest, with all the demonetization happening on YouTube right now, I'm really happy that I only stuck to Storyblocks clips because, you know, you never have any issues with licensing. To get started with unlimited media downloads at one set price, head to storyblocks.com/darlucy or click on the link in the description. Storyblocks, thanks for being today's sugar daddy. Now back to making money with newsletters.
My hair is getting out of control. What's really nice about doing a test like this is, number one, you kind of have peace of mind that this is going to work. Number two, you actually have people already signed up to the email list if they opt in, so you are not starting completely from scratch. But that will do for the start, it won't do thereafter. You need a strategy to get people onto the newsletter more sustainably. There are many ways to do that. You could do, if you want to pay for it, you can do Facebook ads, you could do Twitter ads, you could build a brand on Twitter, you can go onto Reddit. You could pay influencers to promote your product, but for me, because I already have a distribution channel in YouTube, I'm going to use my channel to drive people towards the subscribers. After recording the video and putting it out on YouTube, this is exactly what happened. We started off getting 0 subscribers a day, and then we slowly increased to 2 subscribers a day, and then 7 subscribers a day, and soon after we were getting 40 new subscribers per day. But we had a problem. The dopamine rushes of getting subscribers wore off quite quickly, and because this was taking up a lot of my time, I ended up bringing on somebody else to help me write the newsletter. The problem was that I was losing money, so I needed a way of monetizing this newsletter, and fast. And ever since starting this newsletter, I've been inundated with people asking me for ideas and how to come up with ideas. So there's a problem here. People don't know how to come up with it. They don't know what to think about when they're coming up with the idea, what to consider. And before they even go about it, it's too late because they've started the channel, they've spent loads of money, and yeah, they're just destined for failure from the very start. So because the newsletter is so new and I can't monetize it through ads, I'm going to leverage the power of the newsletter to sell a course that I'm going to create. No. Wait. I promised myself I was never going to be someone selling a YouTube course, but I really do think that this will add a lot of value to people. And I also have a distribution mechanism that I can now use to sell it. And if people want their money back, I can just give them their money back. I'm not going to worry too much about that. The truest form of testing whether somebody's going to pay for something is asking them to pay for something. So that's exactly what I did. I crafted an email to send to my Whitespace subscribers telling them about this course that I've been thinking about. I gave them all the details and offered those who wanted early access a substantial discount as a thank you for being a loyal subscriber. So since we sent out this newsletter around 48 hours ago, and we've gotten around €1,900, just shy of €1,900 in pre-orders already. I'm gonna let the dust settle here and let future Dara give the final figure and see if we reached our 100-day goal and see how far this is going to go. Future Dara will see you in about 5 milliseconds. So our 100-day deadline is well and truly with a H. It's well and truly up, and I'm really happy we did this challenge because it's been quite successful, and I did not expect it to be this successful. So what it's done is it's showed me the power of building an audience via an email list, so much so that it's kind of inspired me to start a brand new email newsletter that I'm looking to turn into a bigger media business, but more on that later. Before I tell you how much money we've made, how much subscribers we have, and whether we've reached this goal or not, I want to go through 3 things that I would have done differently and I'd recommend to anybody who's looking to start a newsletter for themselves. Number 1. Okay, so moment of truth. Let's find out what my goal was 100 days ago. My goal 100 days ago was 1,000 subs and $1,000 in revenue. And I am chuffed to say that we have absolutely smashed that goal with 2,870 subscribers and a revenue of over €7,200 coming directly as a result of starting this newsletter in the first place. A lot of work went into this video and there's a lot of work left to go in building these new newsletters, but I hope you can take away something in it so you can start what you've been putting off all this time. That's all from me. We will see you in the next one. Salon and stay hydrated.